Hey guys, maybe we'll get it all going here in just a second. Get all mine brought up on my end so I can see what's going on here. Take a few minutes. Let's see here. I don't know why it does that. It takes forever to pull up live on my page when I use Prism. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but it just does. Cause see, it still don't show it up. And if it don't show it, that makes me wonder if you guys are even seeing it. Ah, it just went live. So, at least we know it's on. Got the coffee hot and ready to go. Get everybody in here. I don't know, we're a little early. We might be a little early. I keep talking because I started one the other day and I didn't say anything and it cut off. So I was waiting on everybody to come in and I was just sitting here. Prism logged out. Let's see here. There's Uncle Lisa's Productions. Good morning. First one in the house. Yep. We've been on about 3 minutes. I may have come on a little early. I just didn't have nothing to do. I just ran around. I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and get her going. Me and Tammy stayed up till about 12:30 last night watching movies. It may just be me and you. Everybody else may be asleep. We watched 2 movies. What was the name of those movies? The second one I wasn't a big fan of. I'm terrible with names. Hey, Jerry Holly. The second one was about this guy and his daughter. He kept telling everybody it was his son because they'd had a terrible disease that come through and wiped out about all the females in the land. It was okay. I'd rank it a 2 or 3 out of a 10. It wasn't terrible. Had not a great ending, but it wasn't that great all the way through, really. But it was okay. When Tammy comes through in a little bit, I'll ask her what the names of them are. We watched another one. What was that movie about? I am terrible at remembering stuff. I bet Jerry Holly's been awake a long time. Well, only 2 movies. And I forget the name of them. I can't even tell you what the first one was about. It wasn't that great. Neither one of them was that great. Oh, yeah. First one was pretty good. I'll take that back. The first one was pretty good. What was the name of it, Tammy? It was an old war movie. And these three guys were paratroopers. And they, of course, parachuted across enemy lines. It was a pretty good movie. Tammy can't think of the name of it either, but it was a pretty good movie. Hey, Uncompassed Life. First round of the meds have started. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Uncompassed Life is going to be on our show tonight. Y'all have to come by and check that out. Tonight's lineup, as it stands now, we may add to it, but as it stands now, we will have RV on the Wayside, and Older and Wiser, and Uncompassed Life. So, great lineup. Uncompassed Life is a fairly new channel, and we're going to let y'all be introduced to them and them to y'all. And so, RV on the Wayside's been around a while. They just put out a video a few weeks ago about him breaking the world record for disc golf. That's going to be pretty interesting. We'll probably talk about that video some, and about their channel, and about their accident that they had. They're still waiting to get their RV repaired. So, and then Older and Wiser had a real good video about how to manage and what to do while you're cooped up in your house. And it was a real good video. Talked about letting your kid bend the rules a little bit, and it was pretty cool. Arkansas Woodcutter, welcome. I was in and out of your live stream last night. I didn't get to watch all of it, but boy, whatever you was cooking was good. Need to mute that. So we got several in here now. We got what? 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. The thing says 3. So you all got a busy day ahead. Arkansas Woodcutter, I seen you just uploaded a video, or it just showed up on my screen, about painting a shed. That looked like fun. I think me and Thomas might get out today. And we had a swimming pool, and we didn't even use it last year. I didn't even fill it up with water, and we're not going to this year. And I got tired of working on it, doing all the work for Thomas to use it 2 or 3 times a year when my dad got one, and all the grandkids go over there in his anyway. So I think me and Thomas is going to take that down. And I had done bought a load of river rock, and we're going to see if my dad will bring that over here to us, and we're going to fix a patio with a fire pit. I don't know if we'll get all that done, but that's my agenda, unless he's got to work. He may have to work, so we'll just have to see. But I'd like to get that done today before it gets too hot. Good deal. There comes Van Life with Gina Payne. Any of y'all don't have Van Life with Gina Payne, or Arkansas Woodcutters, or Uncle Lisa Production, or Jerry Holly, y'all need to all get connected up. I think y'all probably all do have each other, but all good channels. You never know what Jerry Holly's going to throw up there. I gotta get some more videos put up myself. I've got a lot of stuff started that I need to finish. I'm thinking that me and Tammy finally put the finishing touches. And every time I say that, we come up with something else. But I think we finally put the finishing touches on the kitchen. So we might film that today. Or film the rest of it. We got some of it filmed. So I gotta get some of it put back together. But I'm real happy with how it turned out. I wasn't a real fan of doing it to start with because of, well, you know, just a guy thing. I thought it looked pretty awesome, but it does look pretty awesome now. So, and it's different. It's different than what it was. Any of y'all accomplished any major projects while you've been quarantined? Oh, before I forget, let me get this out of the way before I forget. We got some family members that are having issues. Burning Up the Road's dad passed away a couple of days ago. That's why she's not been in here. I seen her last night in Thin Blue Lane, but she had done commented on one of my videos and told me that her dad had passed away. Also, we got word last night on Thin Blue Lane's. He done a test run live stream last night checking his internet connection. And I found out on there that Nomadic Hippie is quarantined with symptoms. So I'll just leave it at that. We don't know anything else. Uncompassed life, I have issues like that. The best thing I can tell you that is consult a teenager. My solution to it would not be good. My solution would involve a brick wall and a concrete pad and a school bus. I'd throw it up against the brick wall and take what's left of it, put it under the tires of my school bus and back over it. Yeah. I'm just saying the truth. Let's see here. Yeah, that's terrible. I didn't get a lot of information on Nomadic Hippie. I don't know. It was just, the news was just broke to us, or to most of us, last night on Thin Blue Lanes. He had a late live stream, late last night, and our movie had went off, and I jumped over there, and I just caught part of it. I didn't even get all of it. He just stayed on for like 45 minutes, but oh, Uncompassed Life. You know, any production you're getting ready for me, it'll all be good. Hey, Blue Wave Odyssey. We was just talking about Uncompassed Life is having a iTunes battle. He can't get it to quit coming on when it feels like it. I gave him 2 solid answers, professional IT answers. And the best one was the first one. The first one was consult a teenager. And if that don't work, throw it against a brick wall and take what's left and put it under a school bus tire and back over it and then pull back up over it. And both of those will fix the problem. I just think the first one will fix it a lot better. I had issues the other day. Our school system, don't you just love it when employers think all you have to do is create email addresses and keep up with all those passwords that they assign you? And, you know, there'll be like some secret code to the nuclear weapons, you know. Be like 500 characters in it. And some of them have to be capitalized, some of them don't. Well, anyway, our school system told us all we had to get a Gmail. Well, I done had a Gmail. No, you can't use the one you got. And I done had an email through my company. No, you can't use that. It's got to be a Gmail. So I do their little song and dance because I want to keep getting my check, right? But when I did, I picked that Gmail up like they told me to do it. It screwed up everything connected to a Gmail account. So I had to consult a teenager. Wow. I know one thing. I used to always have problems listening to iTunes on my iPhone. And then I'll just be going down the road in my truck and them songs just start coming on. And on my truck is connected to my stereo. And so it just start blaring out. So Thomas says I'm not getting it turned off, but I don't understand. I want some donuts. Don't come over here and start talking about donuts. Good deal, Jerry. I'm glad she's having a good day. Hey, Bob, Blue Wave, have you got an update on Nomadic Hippie? I was just telling them all that before you come in. I didn't really know anything other than he was quarantined. Have any updates on that? There's Roy and Becky's Travels. This I'll mention this since Roy and Becky's come in. Y'all remember Burning Up the Roads? Her dad passed away a couple days ago. And also be remembering Nomadic Hippie. He's quarantined right now, so. And Blue Wave just posted he hadn't been tested yet, so we don't know. And waiting to hear from him. So that's all we know right now. So, but those two people need us to be praying for them. See, Jerry Holly, you be careful out there. Still praying for you guys too. Anyway, so we got that out of the way. I told everybody about our good lineup we got tonight. You don't want to miss tonight. I mean, we're going to get to meet the world record holder for disc throwing golf. I mean, that's going to be awesome. And it's going to be fun. And he's got a story to tell about it. I mean, it's good. And then that's RV on the Wayside. Then we'll have Older and Wiser. And then Uncompassed Life. Y'all will get to meet Uncompassed Life. I know he's here in the chat. But y'all will have to get to meet him and his family and let him tell you how and why they got started and what their plans are. So that'll be pretty cool. They got some pretty cool video. I'll pull up some of that and let y'all see some of that as well. So, Roy and Becky's Travels had a good live stream yesterday. If y'all missed it, y'all can go over there and watch the replay. He talked about his reenactments and how you get started in it and some of the equipment and the cost to be involved in it and how their organization lets you be in it a year before you have to actually buy anything. But he talked about how expensive the uniforms and stuff are. It was really, really, really interesting. And Roy and Becky, just a tip. I changed the title to one of my live streams one time. The one that me and Blue Wave done together the other day. And my views went way up. So if people know you're talking about that, that might, instead of just a regular, you might have already done it. But you might want to think about that. Put something in the title about that because that was really fascinating to me. And thank you. I did ask if you would talk about it, and so I appreciate y'all doing that. I love watching those. I haven't got to see too many of them, but I love watching them when I'm around somewhere where they happen. I can't say that I've ever went anywhere and watched one, but I love seeing them. So that takes a lot of They was telling some stories on there too, and about some past reenactments they did, and it was pretty cool to hear the war stories. It was real good. So if y'all hadn't seen that or didn't catch that yesterday, go back over there. I'm hoping Roy and Becky does start doing a regular live. That was real interesting. I'm sure they got a lot to talk about with their travels. And they have connections to us down here in Alabama too. So, good morning, James Catnese. So, but yeah, y'all check that out. That was really good. Blue Wave Odyssey just put out a video yesterday, a premiere. I haven't got to watch it yet, so he's got new stuff out. Who else has got new stuff out? Uncle Lisa's Production. We're waiting on the second part of that video you put out, or if you have put it out, I missed it. Sorry, but I'll get over there and see that. I was aggravating you about the lasagna too. Let's see here. Arkansas Woodcutters was cooking something good last night. I logged in because me and the wife was watching a movie, and I seen that he was going live, and you know, the boss come first, so I had to watch the movie. So I was watching a little bit, and when she'd get up and go to the bathroom, I'd turn the volume up or go get coffee or something. I'd turn the volume up and listen, and so. But I had it on the whole time, and giving you some hours there, and boy, I was craving what you were cooking. I didn't get to hear what it was, but it looked like chicken, and it looked real good. So, let's see. Who else right here have I missed that I've watched something lately? I try to watch y'all stuff, I really do. If I miss y'all, I just, hadn't got you yet. I'll try to catch up with all you guys. I think I've watched something on everybody. Jerry Holly. For those who don't know, we talked about the fire that Jerry Holly filmed. I think there was a reason he took that down. He was being a nice guy and took it down. Let me just say that. He didn't have to take it down. He was being a nice guy and took it down. So if y'all hear us talking about that video, it's not up anymore. And but anyway, it was real good. And he has good stuff. So James Cantney, let me tell y'all something. The man can cook. And if you like watching people cook and seeing different ways of cooking, you got to go over there and watch his video. Unaccomplished life, you're right. The boss comes first. Well, I tell y'all something. Let me go back, Roy and Becky, what I missed. Oh, good deal. So y'all gonna be every Wednesday, Roy and Becky. Alright, everybody listen. Roy and Becky's gonna be every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all didn't get that in time to get on the schedule. Let me look on the schedule. Y'all may be on the schedule and I just overlooked it. Okay, y'all probably be on the next schedule. Y'all probably didn't get it out in time. What else you got here? Did I miss? Plus random live through the week, the morning or lunch, every now and then. Good deal. Good deal. I'm glad to see y'all going to be on. I got you, Roy and Becky. Okay. I may have to do a lot of re-watching of that whenever we go back to church and go back to work. That's a church night for me, and I'm on staff, and so I'll have to watch replay. Used to miss camper lives all the time. We still have church service that's live streamed, but our live streams are not as long. In other words, if you if you get ready and you go to church and have worship service, stand around, shake hands, talk, chat, you're gone, right? A lot longer. Where if the live stream of church service, you can sit here in your PJs, watch it, and then immediately click to somebody else. So I should be able to get to watch it while we're doing live streams, Roy and Becky. So I'll try to support that. Their senior sister comes sliding in. I still want to call you Z sister. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't like calling you senior sister. It don't fit you. And I'm giving you a hard time. You may love that name. And I love it. Whatever you want to do, that's fine. It's going to be hard for me to get used to not calling you Z sister. I got a hair on my face, or a bunch of hairs on my face, but I got one. Just drives me crazy. There's Kay Flan the rail man. And Tammy's fixing to come through. Y'all say hi to Tammy. She's been working out. Where you at? Oh, there you are. I'm looking here. I can't see you. Oh, it's delayed. There she is.
Delayed.
Be good. See ya. She's actually leaving carrying the babies to get their last shots. Well, our puppies, if y'all don't know who our babies are. So, she'll be with us tonight. She sets in on our Tuesday, because our Tuesday night, we have a lot more people. Well, last week we didn't. Last week we had the lowest number of people and had the best show, I thought. One of the best shows we ever had. As far as audience participation, let me say that. We've had a lot of good shows, but everybody was getting in it. We could have probably ran another half hour to an hour. But we're going to have a big event. And I can't really say a lot about it just yet because I haven't got confirmed on some of the people that we need to be on it. But we're working on a big event. And it's going to be something we're going to try to start doing once a month. And so I think y'all are really, really, really going to love it. And it's going to involve a lot of our community. Well, it's going to be all community people. Later on, we might invite different people, but it's going to be fun. I think y'all really like it. The problem is scheduling everybody that needs to be there to make it work. So, I think Blue Wave stepped away for a second, James. I seen you said hi. I think he stepped away for a second. Let me say, hey, Kay Flan the Rail fan. I got to get back over there and watch some of your stuff. It is so hard, and y'all know I'm speaking to the choir here, but it is so hard to catch everybody's and spend time with the family. And let me just say, right up front, if y'all can't make it to some of ours, you ain't hurt my feelings. If somebody comes on while we're on and y'all want to jump over there and watch them, you ain't hurt my feelings. I totally get it. And I'm not, I'm not going to be mad if you think their channel's better than mine. I'm just kidding. If y'all want to go watch somebody else, go watch somebody else. I never want somebody being here just because you think it's going to hurt my feelings. So, that's just the way I feel about it, and I can't make everybody's, and I want everybody else to understand when I can't make everybody, but I do try to make it to as many people as I can. Now, I tell you what I do a lot of times, if it's a night where, especially if we got a lot of new people coming in, and they got our new people doing live streams, and they're overlapping a couple of good channels, and a lot of those channels are my moderators, I try to really, 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 really do my best to support all my moderators. And so I may slide in for 20 minutes, slide out, and maybe go to another moderator or go to a new live stream just to show support. But what I try to do, I try to log in on one. I try to never do more than two. That way I can give 30 minutes to eat. But I'll log in on one, leave it running, then I'll log in on the other one. And so one's a laptop and then one's a cell phone. And I can do that one through Verizon and this one through the house internet. So it should count twice for both of you guys. So I actually have been running playlists on here and watch a live stream at the same time. The problem with that is my charger overheats. And so my charger gets hot, it quits charging. So, yeah, that was another reason. I'm going to give y'all, this was something that I did that totally impacted a video, a live stream. People don't rewatch live streams unless in that live stream you had a big chunk of your time was talking about one subject, and you can go in there. If you edit the video, you lose the chat, right? So you might not want to lose your chat because you might want to come back and look at that information later. Like, look, see if anybody had questions. I don't rewatch my chat. So if you have questions, bring it to my attention during the chat. I hope that don't offend anybody. Blue Wave does. A lot of channels rewatches their chat. I don't. I try to interact with y'all during this. If you'll tag me, say like Uncompassed Life, just put you're a class act. He's a class act. But anyway, he tagged me. He wanted me to see that, right? So, in these morning chats, I should be able to get it if you tag me in it. So, I don't rewatch them. The nighttime ones, I don't rewatch those either because there's so many of them. And I can instead of rewatching one of my chats to answer one of my questions, I can take that time and go watch one of y'all's videos. See what I'm saying? Our live stream on Tuesday night is an hour and a half at least. Last week it went a little longer because everybody was having such a good time. In the live stream during the day, it's sometimes 2 hours long. Well, in 2 hours rewatching a live stream, when I could be out, I could watch a lot of you guys' videos in that same time. So, I think it means more. I would think it would mean more to y'all. I know if I'm on a chat and I had a question, I'll just email you. I don't want you rewatching a live stream to answer one of my questions. That's just how I feel about it. It might not be good customer service. I don't know. But I think if I'm in a chat, instead of somebody rewatching it, I'd rather for that person to go watch one of my videos and leave a comment. It means more to me. See what I'm saying? In my truck driving a nice being out of the house. Yep. Hey, Slow Momentum. Thanks for coming by. Hey, buddy. I'm sorry I missed. I had 3 songs picked out for your karaoke. And I went over to Our Epic RV Adventures and we were invited, me and Tammy, to do the sit-in on the panel for the cooking. Well, after that was over, I'm just going to tell you who was involved, and then you'll know why I didn't get out in time to get over there. Me and my wife, Shelly and Michael, and Jerry, and I think his wife's name's Teresa. Well, when Michael clicked us off live stream, it don't go against his hours on StreamYard. So we just sat there and started talking. And before I knew it, it was 10 minutes till y'all were fixing to shut it down. But I will tell you that, and you can ask Michael and them. I had my phone sitting here, and I was watching it. You got time off of me. And I was making sure the guys were going to win. Because matter of fact, I even turned it around and showed them when Blue Wave started singing his Sesame Street song or whatever it was he was singing. And so then I kept it going right here on my phone, and I'd watch the score. So if the men had gotten close to back, I was going to duck out of the conversation and run back. But I got my 3 songs saved, and I'll try to get over there this Sunday night. If any of y'all in here don't have Slow Momentum, y'all need to go and check him out. He is hilarious. He is a good guy. He's got a great heart, him and his wife both. And they are in review to be monetized. I am so proud for him. He will put the camera on the dash. They pull, I think y'all may know him. I may be speaking to the choir here, but they pull RVs from the manufacturer to the dealers. And so they get to travel all over the country. And the other day, he had his camera setting up, and he was driving through the mountains, and you could see Mount Hood in the back. That was awesome. That, to me, was one of his best trucking, I call it trucking lives. It was awesome. It's sort of one of those deals, you got to be there to catch it, but I was just glad I checked in time. And slow momentum like me, you catch what you can. He loves you when you come. If you can't, he understands there's a lot of people that does a lot of things. And so that's what I like about slow momentum. He's a team player, and I love him. He'll come to your stuff, too. If you show up for his stuff, you can bet he'll show up for your stuff. Matter of fact, I'll just tell you, I'm going to pull it up right now. I had slow momentum and Steve Turtle, and this is just an idea for you guys that are live streaming. Not saying I'm a pro, but I'm just telling you my stats, and you can decide what you want about it. But on my stats, I had a Tuesday night video raid live with 3 funny talking channels. That's basically how I had it. It was Say What Video Raid Live. It was I titled it Full-Time RV, Louisiana Trucker, Christian Missionary, and I put something like, did I say that? And that was me, Slow Momentum, and Steve Turtle. That video is number 6 on my all-time watch videos, and it's a live stream. I know live streams get a lot, but that was one of my early on Tuesday night live streams. So it wasn't like I was running 30 or 40 then. I still don't run it all the time, but occasionally we'll run 30. But he will bring people to your channel, and he advertised it way up before and brought a lot of people to the show, and he's first class. So if you ain't got slow momentum, go check out slow momentum, and all you got to do to go to his channel is click beside his name. There is the Beck family. There's Box Van D. Who else coming in? Maybe I didn't miss anybody. So let me see. Box Van D. Man, I have been watching Roy and Becky's live streams, and I think they've done 2. They done another one yesterday. Anyway, they done one the other day outside. And then they done one, I think it was yesterday. But anyway, the one they done outside the other day, you could hear the skill saw running. It didn't dawn on me where they was. And, I mean, you could just hear all kind of like construction work going on in the background. Would y'all like to guess who was doing all that saw running and construction work? It was a rock star you all know. I mean, a YouTube sensation. Yep. It was Box Van D. She was running that saw and redoing some stuff in her rig. And so then yesterday I was listening or watching Roy and them, and we hear some commotion in the background, and it's Box Van D working on her rig again. I mean, she's the hardest working woman on YouTube. I love Box Van D. I love her honesty. I love her sincerity. And I love when you watch her channel, you get the real Box Van D. There's no acting. There's no trying to be somebody else. Box Van D is who she is. That's what you get. If you guys don't have her, she is a great channel. An awesome channel. She was... Box Van D, you could probably confirm how many views. She was on a big YouTube channel. She was interviewed on a big YouTube channel. And that video that she was on, she talked about her life, I think, and how she got into this. And it was unreal how many views that video got. Had that been on her channel, it would have just been totally awesome. She's got a great channel, but what I'm saying is she would have gotten the money off of that before somebody else got the money off of it. But anyway, it was viewed a lot of times. I can't remember how many times. I want to think it was like nearly 1,000,000 times. It was a bunch. There is POA. I love them guys too. If y'all ain't got Proceeding Onward in America, they're a good channel. But so I had to leave early on y'all's the other night, and I missed. Somebody said that y'all were camping in the backyard. I missed that part, and I hated that I missed the tail end of it. I forgot why I had to leave. Was that the night that we were on our epic RV adventure? I think it was. And I want to say that most, if not all, of our channels in our community are real people, and that's what I like. I don't like... Now, I'm just going to say, I have been a big fan of a lot of these big-time RV channels. But they've got to the point, their productions. It's like watching a TV show. It's produced, professionally produced, and it seems like sometimes you don't get the real people that's on the show. And I wouldn't trade any of our channels. And I love KYD. I love their channel. I watch them a lot. And that's how I got into watching YouTube videos, was through them. And that's how I wound up them, and Changing Lanes is how I wound up with a Blackstone grill. But I wouldn't trade any of our channels. I love KYD, but I wouldn't trade any of our channels for KYD. I think our channels are just as interesting as theirs. I'm talking about our community of people. I think that theirs is high production, high quality production, and they have great stories, and I love their stories, and I love following them. I love it. But on the same level, I love ours. You see what I'm saying? I don't see theirs as being any better about ours. So, Endless RVing. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Any of you guys ain't been used to coming in. All we do, 7 days a week, we just get together and drink coffee. I do all the talking, but y'all tell me what we're going to talk about. So, it's just a get-together. Sometimes I have StreamYard up, and we'll bring somebody up to talk, but I'm having to conserve my StreamYard, so we're on Prism today. So I thought about doing StreamYard. We might do StreamYard one day this week. I just have to have it on Tuesday night, so that's why I don't use it. Prism's great. I just can't get nobody up here. Those bigger RV channels hide in all the rigged all day. Let's see here. Trying to catch up here. Yeah, I hate that POA. Any of y'all guys that are around North Alabama and you can't find a place to stay, I have a place that we could put any of you guys. My dad has dump trucks and lowboys, and plus we could put y'all in my driveway, but in my driveway we'd have to hook you up to a 110 outlet. But if we was at my dad's, I could probably hook y'all up to a 30 amp outlet. We could probably park you by the truck, or by the shop, and hook you up inside his shop. But anyway, if y'all are in North Alabama and gotta have a place to stay, we'll be more than glad to find you a place. And I got friends that might have places that we could put you to, so anytime. I actually liked, I haven't got to watch many of the episodes lately. Black Coffee is the only coffee game. I liked when they bought the little teardrop. I was interested to watch that, but I got so tied up doing this, I haven't watched any since they debuted the teardrop. So, I got to get back over there and watch some of that. I've always been fascinated by the teardrop. Yep. I agree though with what you say that it's not real life. It is. They are so sponsored now, and I'm proud for them. I am not saying that I'm not proud and I don't like their stuff. I do like their stuff. It's just not as real as I think what we do. I got you. You ought to take that up with Yes Ma'am, Roy. I keep mine plugged into a 110 outlet, but I don't never go out there and turn the air on, so. Yeah, I agree, Endless RVing. I agree. I'm proud for them for getting all that. Anybody that wouldn't be would have to have a little jealousy, I guess, involved there. Hey, Adventure RV Adventure. Uh, the anybody that's successful they've had to work hard and earn it. I mean, and they have a good. I guess their channel has a great plot. It's about their family, and and it's good, and it keeps you going. And they are real good. Even the son that's in most of the videos, he's real good in front of the camera. And hey, welcome back, Blue Wave. But what we're talking about now, Blue Wave, we're talking about big produced YouTube channels, RV channels versus our community, what you see in it. And me personally, I consider us equal. I think what they do is great, but what we do is great as well. But I wouldn't trade one of ours for theirs, even though I think I like them equally. I like the high production sometimes, but more times probably I'd rather like the realness of what we have to offer. And I'll tell you something else. I can afford most. In other words, our channel ain't about what necessarily is the nicest, finest piece of equipment out there, right? Y'all know what I'm saying? On our channel, on our channels in our community, we do talk about things sometimes that cost a lot of money. But like Thin Blue Lane said one time, if you're into solar and that's what you're into, that's great. But that don't fit how they're going to do their lifestyle. And you won't hear that much on a big channel because they're afraid that they'll scare away a solar sponsor that would give them all that. And I see their point sometimes, but I like the honest. I'm not saying they're not being honest. I like the honesty and realness of what we're doing here. I think it fits my pocketbook better, if that makes sense. Me and Tammy are weekenders. We're probably going to have, hey, Mel and Eddie, living free, zip codeless. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. Me and Tammy's probably, there's Oklahoma tree climber. Good morning, guys. We are weekenders, so we're going to be generator people. Now, that's not to say if somebody didn't come in and say, hey, we want to sponsor and pay for your, oh, I know Oklahoma tree climber. I know how I got to watching your channel. I seen a video one day of you guys in the top of a tree. I think that was your channel I seen that on. I think that's how we got to be subscribed to your channel. Was using the top of a tree, cutting out the top of a tree, and I thought, that is a cool channel. I wouldn't want to do that without holding a camera. And you're up there with a camera mounted to you doing that. I was about to get sick watching you do that. If y'all don't have them, that is a good channel to watch. especially if you like watching people do stuff that maybe you wouldn't do. Like, I wouldn't do that job. That's where you'll find a tree climber in the top of a tree. That's right, Blue Wave. But they're a good channel. I can't even remember where I ran into them at. Yep, the video I watched where I subscribed to your channel, I see it now, was 60 foot up. Now that just makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. I couldn't do that. I'm glad somebody does it. Yeah. I probably won't have solar. Somebody come in and sponsored my solar, I'd probably have solar. I get off on squirrel. Sorry about that, Blue Wave. And I don't have anything against sponsor rigs. If Blue Wave, he's growing like crazy. Somebody comes in and sponsors him, I'm still watching him. But also, I could watch somebody that's not sponsored just as easy. And actually, they might be a tad bit more real because they're not worried about maybe losing a sponsor. I hope I said that in a way it didn't really offend anybody, because I meant no offense to anybody. And I probably didn't make sense on any of it. Uncle Lisa will tell me. Uncle Lisa's production, they'll tell me if I made any sense. Uncompass Life, we sponsor our own rig too. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with sponsored rigs, no. I agree with that endless RVing. The point I guess I was trying to make is I don't hold a high production, high quality, high production channel in any greater level than I do our channels. Is what I guess what I'm trying to say in a nutshell. I would take a sponsor in a heartbeat. I don't care to tell you, because we're here to promote other channels, and we're here to find little channels that's got great content and introduce them. And we're here to share our our camping things that we do. This is a hobby for us, but anybody that, if you had a sponsorship, that just is going to allow your channel to do more and to be seen more, I think. I don't know. But if you're here like we are to help people, and somebody offers you a sponsorship that's going to help your community, I couldn't turn that down. But now, to each his own. I understand people that wouldn't want to do sponsors. Blue Wave said he would turn it down. And like I said, to each his own. I don't see us ever getting sponsored, but that's okay too. Yep, Blue Wave is good. Blue Wave is a big channel that helps little channels. Yep. Yep, I agree. Endless RVing, as long as we could help other people. And I would only want to do it. It would have to be something that I actually use or could see a need in the future that I would use. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just come up. That's the honest. I just couldn't be I couldn't misrepresent or not be honest about something. And, you know, I don't know if y'all seen my Grail mug that I had in Uganda. I done a video of just me testing it. Do y'all know why I dipped that and drunk out of that river, out of that Grail mug? Even though it had numerous, and Grail is a big company, you know, I trust their documentation and everybody that had used it, I trust it solely. But you know that I wouldn't give that thing away until I had used it and not gotten sick. I'm just saying. And I would not, I paid for that Grail. That was mine, I paid for it. I gave them a free plug, which I'm not a big channel, so I might not have helped them much. But I wouldn't give it away until I knew for sure that it worked. And that's how I would be on anything. Yeah, I'm not going to have a sponsor that I got to be told what to say or do. That kind of sponsor I would not have. I guess the only exception to that would be if somebody gave me a rig and they say, oh, you need to talk about the things that are so much different. Stuff like that would be one thing. But if they're trying to say, we're going to give you this rig, you need to say how much better it is in every aspect. Well, not every aspect is any rig going to be better than somebody else's. So I couldn't do that. If Bud Light Orange Beer comes in and sponsors Blue Wave, I bet he changes his mind. Blue Wave? Yep. We know how he can be bought out. Roy knows him. Roy's watched enough of Blue Wave's videos. Yeah. Yep. That's the way I'd be in this RV, and I think y'all are doing great. And I'd be honest, like if I presented something, I'd say, hey, this is something I would use if I had a need for it. If I could see a need for that, I would have a use for it. I don't know what would be a good example of that, but there's probably things that we don't use every day. Alright, that brings up another topic. Mel and Eddie living free zip coded. Mike and MJ's RV Adventure made a great post yesterday about taking shop towels and a staple gun and I think rubber bands. She done a really good job. Took about 2 seconds to make an awesome looking mask. We had that question. So, if somebody, I might can do it here. Pull up Mike and MJ's. Let me pull up that video. Oh crap. That ain't what I wanted. Don't you just hate it? I'm going to pull up this video for you guys, and I'll put the link down below. This was an awesome video. I actually added it, if y'all missed the link, I actually added it to friends of our channel on our YouTube channel. So if y'all miss it, get back over here. Alright, so this is they also have in that video, they also tell you a good place to buy gloves that a lot of people hadn't thought of. So that is a great video, and if y'all don't have them, that's a great channel too. They are actually, Mike and MJ is actually the people that introduced us to Blue Wave. Y'all heard me tell that story. We had like 15 subscribers, and they were all family. Mike and MJ talked about us on their channel. We went to Blue Wave. He talked about us. Camper Life talked about us. In 2 or 3 weeks, we had 300 subscribers. And we love all you guys, but and all you that come along since. Mel and Eddie living free zip code. Oh man, I went and turned down slow momentum teeth whitening gel. You know, slow momentum is a good sport about that. A lot of people aggravate him about that. He's a good sport. I'm trying to catch back up. I was gone for a minute. So those masks, let me go back to what MJ, y'all go watch the video, but MJ said that it was like $2 a roll for those shop towels, the blue ones. And I want to tell you, when she put all that together, it looked like a store-bought one. And all she used was, I think, rubber band, and she stapled the ends together. Now, I don't know how that would work. I don't know if that pulls against you, so you might have to put something on that. But it even pulls apart, and she put a paper clip in the nose so you could bend it. My mom actually come up with an idea about that. If you got pipe cleaners, you could put it in the top piece, and it would fold down around your nose. But a paper clip would work great too. That's what she used. But that was a great video. She just posted it yesterday. Let's see here. I tell you what, reviews do work. KYD and Changing Lane both talked about that Blackstone grill, and that's how I wound up with one, and I love it. I love it. So, reviews do have an impact on your audience, and I'm glad they reviewed it because I love my Blackstone. I think Blue Wave's got one. I think several of you guys in here got one. I have a Traeger grill as well, but it's mainly it's a smoker grill, so I use both of them. They're both sitting on my front porch. I use both of them. Use a lot more since I've been at home, but Changing Lanes, I love Changing Lanes. You, Me, and the RV. I don't know if I've seen that one. Our channel, I wanted, you notice, Daydream About Nice Things don't really say anything leading to either way. We're going to do a lot of RV videos once we get on the road. But I want our videos to try to be different, you know. Like, I just put a new WeBoost system in ours, but I don't know that I want to do a video on that because there's like 2 million WeBoost videos, right? So, I'd rather do something like, you know, I don't know. I spilled Coca-Cola in my camper or something. This is how I got it out. I don't know, something different. I'm just being stupid, but, you know, I want to do something different. I would not click on a WeBoost video right now because I have watched so many before I bought mine, you know. And I actually bought mine used from another RV channel that went with a Togo system, and now they can't, I don't think, use their Togo system. I think that we're going to see a lot more out of Troubadour here in the coming weeks and months. They got a cell phone booster for their home, and they done a live the other night that was pretty good. It's not perfect. It was a little blurry sometimes. Sometimes it's real clear, but I think it'll work. You can hear their songs and their music, and that's what matters. They got a good voice and they do good music. Hey, Northwood RV Live. Uh, but yeah, let's go over who's coming up tonight. So tonight is Daydream night. So tonight is these are all Eastern time. At 5 o'clock, our Epic RV Adventure has Tech Talk. A lot of tech, like cameras, phone, YouTube, Prism, all that kind of stuff. How it relates to YouTube and maybe don't relate to YouTube. I don't know. I think I've watched every episode they've had and they've all been good. And then at 6 Eastern, Jerry Holly. 7 Eastern, Traveling Down the Banisters. 8 Eastern is Steve Turtle. At 9, Grassroots Living. I think they do a premiere every week, and that will be at 9. At 9:30, Daydream About Nice Things. We'll go 9:30 to 11. Or your choice. You can have Living Light RV comes on once a month, and I don't know if that's tonight or not. So that is the lineup for tonight. And tonight we have 3 great channels going to be with us. So 2 that's been around a while and a new family. So they've been around a little bit, but they were supposed to have been on our show the night of the tornadoes, and that did not happen because of the tornadoes, of course. So let's see here. For everybody that come in late, we got 2 people to add to the y'all's prayer list. Burning Up the Road's dad passed away a couple days ago. She is always in here. She slipped in a little bit for Thin Blue Lane's test last night, I think it was. But anyway, she had let me know in one of the comments that her dad, I think, passed away day before yesterday. And then Nomadic Hippie is quarantined. So we need to remember 2 of our community family members there. So we got word last night about Nomadic Hippie. So late last night. And so we've not heard nothing back. So those that don't know, Nomadic Hippie is a truck driver. So he's out there having to go at it. So let's see. What's new in the Northwood RV life? No, I missed the hotspot Nomadic Hippie did. I'll have to go back and watch that. We've got, for those new coming in tonight, we got RV on the Wayside, Older and Wiser, and the new channel. They're in here with us this morning, Uncompassed Life. And RV on the Wayside had a video out a couple days ago. He is the world record holder on disc golf. And I'm sure we'll talk about that some and maybe get an update on their RV repair. Also, we'll have Older and Wiser. They just put out a video here not too long ago about things that you could do to keep yourself occupied while you're quarantined. And she talks about in there where they let their kid bend the rules a little bit, their house rules just a little bit. So that's going to be in it. And then Uncompassed Life, they're going to be a great new addition to our community. They've been team players. They've come to about everything we do. They were supposed to have been on our show, I think 2 weeks ago, and we had tornadoes here in our city. They never did touch down, thank the Lord. Hey, Mike and MJ's RV Adventures, I have been plugging your video this morning. Melnet Living Free Zip Codeless was asking about how to make masks, and I was plugging your channel, plugging your new video. Actually, I need to repost it. I just posted it right up here. Anybody strolls up, I've got the link to the video. That was a great video. I like that when you got done with it, MJ, that the mask you made looked like one you'd buy out of the store or get out of the hospital. I mean, it looked just like that. That blue of that shop paper towel made it look like a authentic face mask. So that was what made it look cool. So, and the idea on the gloves. Y'all gotta watch the video. Gotta watch the video. Thanks for coming by, Endless RVing. Appreciate y'all. So, anyway, that's where you find out about that. The next week on Tuesday night, I done put the thumbnail out on it. We're going to have the Edmondson family. They are a family full of musicians. I think y'all will really enjoy that. And Fifth Wheeling Food and Fixings will be with us that night as well. So, we've got something every night. We've got something already booked every Tuesday night to the end of April. So, we are now starting to book stuff for May. And I thank you guys. I appreciate y'all because y'all come and watch. If y'all didn't come and watch, people wouldn't want to be on our show. We have people emailing us wanting to be on our Tuesday night show. And that flatters me that they would even want to be on our Tuesday night show. And so, I just love all you guys for showing up for it. So, it's all about the people that we have on the show. That's what the show is about. It's about them. And so, we have fun playing the videos and laughing and cutting up and talking. And I hope y'all enjoy it. We try to make it different. And in the coming weeks, we're going to have some new stuff we're rolling out. We're going to have a new thing that we're going to roll out. We're going to try to have once a month. And right now we're waiting. It's a scheduling nightmare, I will say, though. Right now we're down to 2, 1 for sure and 1 maybe. I mean, 1 for sure and 2 maybes. So if we can get the 2 maybes in the for sure bracket, it will happen. So, and I've sent out 1 more invitation for that. So, thanks, guys. Mel and Eddie living free, zip codeless. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to make a video today on all the new stickers. And I've got them put on. So, the top of that box is starting to fill up. I'm thinking it won't be long. I'll have to start working down the sides. So, I appreciate all the stickers we've got. And I hope y'all like the trunk idea. It's a little different. When we travel and we're going to have meetup, we'll bring the trunk. And we're going to keep all y'all's cards and letters. And POA, I don't know if you've seen our trunk video. We do our stickers on an old trunk that me and Tammy bought at a thrift store a long time ago. Our daughter was going to use it in her wedding. And then they wound up breaking up after they got engaged. Dated 3 years and got engaged, which that's what we were praying that they would break up. So y'all don't know. I guess y'all do know. A lot of y'all are parents, but we just did not see that being a good thing. And after they got engaged, they realized. And our daughter looks back now and tells us, she didn't know what she was thinking. Anyway, we gave her our honest opinion, but told her that it was her life and we'd support her whatever she done. And but we did not. Tell y'all an interesting story. I was at a doctor's office. I have hemochromatosis, which I've told y'all that before. So I have to go to the doctor about once a month. And they draw blood, and then they draw more blood. Anyway, one of the nurse practitioners, I have to see the doctor every 3 or 4 weeks. Anyway, something like that. And so she is real great. She comes in, how y'all doing, all this, yada, yada, yada. And we was telling her, that she was telling us about her daughter and all that. And we was telling her about our daughter at the time. And she looked at us, and you don't see this much at doctor's offices. And she looked at us, and she said, I'm going to tell y'all a story. And she told us a story about her daughter. And her daughter was going through the same thing that our daughter was. She was in love with somebody that really didn't love her and treated her like crap. And the same situation. It was a godsend. Anyway, she told us, she said, from this point on, I want y'all to start praying about this. And I forgot exactly what she told us to pray. I forgot exactly. My memory is just terrible. But anyway, me and Tammy started praying that. And like within 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, they had gotten engaged and had broken up. And she has an awesome young man she's dating now. She went about a year and a half or so without dating anybody, and met this guy at church, where she goes to church, and he treats her like a queen, and she loves him, and he's just a good guy. We've met him. He's been here at Christmas, and that's the people you're supposed to wait on. That's what we told her. So, anyway, I thank y'all for listening to all my stories. But, let me catch up right here. The stickers is going to be fun. The trunk. Did I finish that story? POA. I do a trunk. We put all of our stickers on a trunk, and it sort of resembles the trunk that people used when they used to travel back way in the old days. You seen those trunks and they had stamps all over them where they had traveled to different places. Well, that's what we're doing. Only thing is, I'm sort of trying to organize them so I can get as many stickers on it as I can, so it's somewhat organized. I do overlap some stickers, but I don't cover them up. Like, I may overlap the edges a little bit, just that way I can get as many as I can in an area. And so, I hope y'all like that. It was something different. We're going to carry it to the meetups and put all of our stuff in it. And we're going to keep all y'all's cards and letters y'all send us in the trunk as well. And I may have to put some stickers on the inside of the trunk. And we may run out of space on the outside. So, get me your sticker soon and you'll make the outside. We're going to put them all on the top and all around the side. So, we still got a lot of room. We've sent out 28 stickers. If anybody wants one of our stickers and don't have one, email us at daydreamaboutnicethings@gmail.com. So, got all that out of the way. We are going to have, on the 21st, now, when you book nurses for your show, you got them booked, but anything can come up. So I'm just going to say that. The 21st, we got a good show. I'm hoping we get, we've got Kathy's Outdoors, and Senior Sister, I hope, gets to be with us. She said she would drop in for a few minutes, so that will be her first nighttime live stream. She had already been on our show once, on our morning coffee talks. She was on it. One day, y'all had all left, and we got her up here and let her practice. And she does a real good job. Mike and MJ, I got to get y'all on a show. Matter of fact, yeah, I might send you an email later. We got to get y'all on the show. I don't know when or if y'all are interested, but I need to get y'all on one of our Tuesday night shows. They have a great channel, guys. Y'all, they do shout-outs on Friday, and they shout out new little channels. Or they shout out, I think, any kind of channels. If they think it's a good channel, they shout it out. We've been shouted out on their channel before, so. Yep, the sticker swap, Uncompassed Life, is fun. And I know that Meant to Be RVing does some of that, but I don't know who all started that. I don't know who started it. But Meant to Be RVing, they have a video on it pretty often. And if y'all haven't checked out Meant to Be RVing's keyword, how to do keywords in the backside of your YouTube channel to draw people to your channel, you need to go see that. That is a good video to go and see. Also, if you want to redo your channel, your banners and stuff, you need to go see the folks at Northwoods RV Life. They're good at that. They just done a makeover of New Horizons, and I think they're working on some other channels right now. So, yeah, I'll get MJ. That's for sure, Roy and Becky. MJ is the star of that channel. Go watch that video, Mel and Eddie Living Free Zip Codeless. That's a good video. You don't have to sew. That makes it even easier. If you got a stapler, rubber bands, and yep, there's Fifth Wheel and Food and Fixing. I didn't see you come in. Me and this joker talks a lot. The Cobra Roll is a good channel to check out for banners and openers. Yep, they are good. They done, the Cobra Roll channel done slow momentums. Toonstead is good. They do a lot of the stickers. If you'll hang out at Toonstead, they'll cartoon you. They'll tune you and your channel. I thought you might have overslept this morning. Me and Fifth Wheel and Food and Fixing hung out last night while I was watching the boring movie. It ended crazy, Brad. That had the worst ending. Oh well. Brad at Fifth Wheel and Food and Fixing texted me last night while I was watching that boring movie. And I said, I can text. It's a slow movie. And we had a good conversation. We got a lot in common. I didn't realize we had as much in common as we do, but we did. That was a good conversation. Make sure I didn't miss nothing here. The mask, for those that just come in, the mask that Mike and MJ had on their video is easy to make, and they look as good as something you get out of a hospital. And all you need is shop paper towels, a stapler, and two rubber bands. So that's the only ingredients you need, or the only items you need. Man, Brad come in and got me thinking about food. I'm about ready for another cup of coffee. Those fur babies are doing awesome, MJ. They are actually at the vet getting their last shot. We redone all their shots after they got parvo. The medicine undoubtedly they got before was not good. And they didn't get that at the vet. They got that from friends of ours who are breeders. So, it was just a bad thing. We don't think they got the parvo at the breeder, but they had all their shots at the breeders, and we think the medicine had went bad or didn't, it didn't. Matter of fact, they're out in the yard now. Hang on, I'll let y'all see them. Y'all want to see the fur babies? Can y'all see? Let me see. Where are they at? Oh, they might have run off. Let me see. They may have run off. Can y'all see? I can't see. I'm on the other side. Anyway, that's my backyard. I thought y'all might get some. There they go. I think they're gone. Y'all might not have got to see them. Terrible videoing. But I was trying to do it without swapping the screen around. I should have swapped the screen around. Oh well. There's Beyond Beauty 3. Beyond Beauty, if I go back to work, I may get up in time to watch your show. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming to mine, even though I sleep through yours. I'm sorry. I just don't get up that early when I'm not working. Plus, me and the boss have been staying up till like midnight to watch movies. What did I miss? I'm going to try to have my new you-know-what video up tonight, Gary. Alright, I got to get over to your channel and binge watch that. The only thing is I'll probably gain 50 pounds binge watching your channel. Hey, I want to tell you what, though. I did learn something with mine and your conversation last night. I had never been taught what you sent me that video on, without going into a lot of detail. A lot of what me and Brad talked about last night can't talk about on YouTube. So it's nothing bad or nothing. It just some of our social medias don't allow that kind of talk. We made up some Alone Together masks that we have listed on Etsy. If anyone is interested, we can make other designs. Well, shameless, desperate revenue plug. Hey, go for it, buddy. Let's see here. Any of y'all, another thing. I think I plug this every day, but I try to just throw out stuff that I think y'all can use. Beyond Beauty, I use Prism. If y'all want to know how to use Prism, Beyond Beauty 3 is your connection there. What in the world are y'all talking about? Smushies or Smokies Smashes? I don't know what y'all are talking about. Oh, s'mores. Uncle Lisa's production made a mess out of that. When she got done with, or when they got done with them, that might have been what they looked like. That was good. Oh, me. So, I want to get y'all's thoughts on something. Me and my wife are shooting this back and forth. Our church is trying to stay running like all services completely running. In other words, like we're streaming all of our services. And then we are starting to... Good morning, Burning Up the Road. Praying for you guys. We are starting to stream like the youth services and the Sunday school service, or the Sunday school classes, to keep the kids and all involved in church as well. And I've been trying to think of something that we could do mission-wise, but my wife sort of thought that it might not be good. But what I wanted to do, I know, and Uncompassed Life sort of highlighted on it a little bit a while ago, but if I send you an email, that might make your day, and it might not. Because in that email, I can send that same exact email to 10 different people, and nobody would ever know, because it could be so genuinely vague. But if I send you a card or a letter, and I write on that, that is unique. That means I took time to talk to you, and that will have, like when I get, I didn't do it when I first started doing it, so if you were one of the first few to get one of our stickers, you don't have this on yours, but I've started on the inside the flap here. I write a little note. Thanks for supporting us. We love you guys. You know, thanks for following us on Instagram or something right there. I don't have to buy a card. I'd love to, and we may one of these days, but it's easy. It says that I took the time to write something. But what my project is, I wanted our church members to mail out cards to different. They don't have to mail them out to everybody. Just pray about it. Think about somebody they think that might would like a card. That someone that might be having a harder time being at home, or somebody that's always at home anyway, but that might just need to be lifted up. Tammy says that sending a card could be dangerous to the fact of it comes through the mail. But I'm thinking that surely the Postal Service is doing something with this mail. If not, wouldn't we not be spreading this all over the country? So I want y'all's input on that. What do y'all think about that? I was going to do a video for our church and just encourage them to keep doing mission work. Because that would be a small mission project that we could all do. And it wouldn't even have to be church members. It could be anybody. So, y'all let me know what y'all think about that idea. Let me see what I missed right here. Well, POA, I'm sure you could have a campfire in your in the backyard where you guys are camping. Well, if you can't have one, I put up all my camping stuff me and Thomas has, but I have one of these little, it's like for hikers. I forgot what it's called. I bought it at a thrift store cheap, but it uses the little bitty short can, and the stove sits on top, and you unfold it. It's got 3 things. That thing puts out a flame. You could do s'mores on that. I guess you'd have to clean it when you got done if it dripped. There's your show, POA. What fun things can you do when you camping in your backyard? That might be good. Like making s'mores over a hiking camp stove. I may have to show y'all how to do that. The only thing you gotta watch for is making s'mores over the stove in the camper. If you accidentally heat that thing too long, it will melt, and you got a big mess to clean up. Oh yeah, I wouldn't. Oh! Speaking of hot dogs, Brad, you would be so proud of me, and I didn't even do a video on it. So Brad at Fifth Wheeling Food and Fixins was on here the other day talking about the slot dog. Any of y'all remember that? He was talking about the slot dog. All the slot dog thing is, you put your hot dog in it and you push down, and it cuts slots in it, and you roll it over and it cuts more slots. It lets that smoke, if you're smoking them, and the ketchup, mustard, and chili or whatever go down into the hot dog. And man, so the other day, I don't have a slot dog cutter. They're $20. Nah, just right now I ain't gonna do $20 for a slot dog thing. So what I done was, I threw my hot dogs on my Blackstone. And just as they were starting to cook good, I took me a knife and I just went down through there. I had a pretty sharp knife and I just tapping them. And it cut slots, and I'd roll them and tap them. Man, them things were awesome. So I had homemade slot dogs, and they were good. See, we can't do fire here since we are city limit and it's now banned. Well, you could do them over if you had a hiking camp stove, and you could set it on your stove in your camper and just put you something under it. Like a big pizza pan. That'd work. You just might want to open your door if you're using a hiking camp stove. Oh, wow. It's funny watching y'all talk about these s'mores. What starburst over a fire? You have to tell us about that, Roy. Bye, POA. Thanks for coming by. Love you guys. Love your show, too. Starburst over a fire. Roy, you got to tell us about it. You can't just leave us hanging. Did I miss that? Oh, you're talking about the donut burgers. That'd have to be awesome. Look, if you can deep fry it, or it involves a donut or a cup of coffee, how bad could it be? Donut burgers. That has to be. Oh, I did see. Have y'all seen the donut peach cobbler? I may try that. That may be a future video. I seen that this morning. The only problem is, can't go nowhere to get donuts. So that may be a way future project. I don't know. The grocery store. Might get donuts at the grocery store. I don't know if Krispy Kreme's still making donuts or not. I'd say they are because the grocery stores are still open. Donut burger. Awesome. It sounds nuts. It does sound nuts, but, you know, donuts, it has to be good. Did y'all see our apple whatever thing me and Tammy made? I didn't make it. The other night on our epic RV adventure, that thing is gone. Completely gone. We eat most of it during the show. Some of the stuff y'all come up with, I'm telling y'all I can tell y'all been quarantined for a while. You know, I've never been a s'mores fan. I'm not a big marshmallow fan, so I eat them some. And if I'm going to eat marshmallows, that's the best way, I guess, to eat them. Lasagna is my only luggage. Hey, there's Amy McFarland, the Mystic Soul Seer. Good to have you. Everybody's trying to teach Uncle Lisa about s'mores. And then Uncle Lisa, I think, trying to understand the donut burger. I got out and burnt our brush pile, and I guess y'all seen the garden was fixed. But every year, before too much longer, they always stop us from burning right here in our city because of the fog or something. It don't ride, the smoke don't rise. It creates a fog over the highways or something. I don't know. Did y'all hear what Roy just said or see what Roy just said? If you roast a starburst over a fire, you'll give up s'mores. I like roasting hot dogs over a fire. There's really not a bad way to eat a hot dog, are they? Oh, Fifth Wheeling Foods had to run alarms at work here in its plant. Uh-oh, that ain't good. So Beyond Beauty, are you about to recover from your issues you had? You about to get back on track? I can eat boiled hot dogs, Roy. I'd lot rather have them smoked or grilled. I'm not a big boiled hot dog fan. I'll eat them, but I like how I done them the other day, cut my slots in them. Oh man, that is so easy, Beyond Beauty. That apple crisp video, y'all are gonna that was easier than chocolate covered orange slices. I'm not kidding. Other than you have to put it in the oven and wait on it to cook. I've never had deep fried hot dogs. But if you deep fried, it has to be good. I'm not a big Twinkie eater. I know I'm going to catch a lot of slack for that, but if you deep fry it, I'll try it. Well, I'm going to try to, next week I go back to driving the bus, so maybe I won't be on the bus when you're doing it, but I'll be back to my routine of getting up. I say back to driving the bus. They're going to let us run our bus routes 3 days a week and deliver food to the kids on our buses. So we'll only be doing it Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And so I'll start about, they want us to start about 7:30, but I'm sure that's loading time at the school. And then it'll take me about, an hour to run the route, time we set the food off. And I'm sure the parents will be talking to us from the porch. And that'll take time, so. Yeah, we talked about that this morning. We talked about, I heard about that late last night, Beyond Beauty. And I've been telling everybody about it. Yeah, if they don't change, now our schedule has changed several times because our governor has come in and change some things, and then the president changes some things sometimes, but that's the only income me and Tammy's had coming in. Thankfully, we're under contract, and thankfully, I'm tenured, and so tenure really don't mean anything until if they decide to cut bus routes and do something different next year. Tenured will only mean maybe I got a better chance at keeping a route. But the good thing is that as bus drivers, we're like school teachers. We're contracted for the year. So once the year starts, they pay us. And so I've still been getting my little bitty monthly check. It's not much, but it buys groceries. I bring home about $800 a month, plus I got all my benefits, plus I get great health insurance. So I make pretty good if you add all that up. I commit 4 hours a day to them, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. And then I have to go bus inspection once a month, which is right here in the city I live in, so that's easy. And then I have to go to 4 hours of bus school a year. And then I have to do 4 hours in service per year, a day or two before school starts. And that's all that's required. I get 14 days a year. I take off, that's sick and personal days combined. And I talk about this, I done a video about this. But anyway, I get 14 days a year sick and personal days combined, but they let us use them pretty much how we want, and I can roll them over. I don't even think there's a cap. A lot of people rolls them over and retires a couple years early, so I won't probably ever retire, because if I make less than $800 a month, I'll have to pay. If I'm under 62, if I retire, I think before 62, I have to pay my insurance. And so if I have to do that, then I won't get no money. So, and two, I probably won't never retire, because this proves my point, as I would not do well at home. making less money because I couldn't do anything, and I would go plumb out of my mind. So this just reinforces what Daddy's taught me all my life. Don't never plan to put back money, but don't never live to not want to work. Be thankful you can work, and that's the way Daddy raised me. So that's my daddy's in his 70s, and he just spent I think it was about $13,000 redoing his bulldozer. He's planning on working, and he's still able. He'll outwork most men and most young men. He's been over here helping us remodel our kitchen, and so that's who I want to model my my work life after my dad. We didn't cut off, did we? The chat stopped. Well, thanks, Beyond Beauty. You're going to have me crying. I drive, Roy and Becky, I drive a special needs school bus. Mine's a little different. And you do get attached to them. Even if you drive a regular bus, let me just say that a good bus driver will get to know their kids. That makes sense? Some people drive it for the job. I understand that. But bus drivers need to be picked based on, like, they need to be subbed for a while. You need to see how they interact with kids. Like, there's people out there that have kids that have gotten together with somebody and had children that don't need to have kids. They make terrible parents. The same way with bus drivers. There, I said it. So, I love all my kids. I get along with all my parents. So, I do pretty much anything for my kiddos. There are too many not my kid parents out there. Yep. I tell you what, that's like kids and animals. You know, I just can't, we had a cat come up in our yard one time, and I'm not saying this bragging, but if everybody treated people and animals like that, we'd be better off. But we had a cat come up in our yard one time, and we found it. Finally, we were able to catch it, and it was starving to death, and it was bad shape. I didn't know if it was going to make it. So we took it up here to our vet and spent $200 trying to save it. Now, I don't even like cats here. I was just going to save it and give it to somebody, you know. I didn't like seeing it suffer, you know, and if it was something we could do to save it, I wanted to save it. And it died overnight. You know, I spent $200 on it, wasn't ours, but I was able to live with myself. And just like our puppies, we spent $1,100 on them the other day trying to save them from parvo. They both survived. Our daughter's dog got sick the other day. Wound up it had something wrong with it. She didn't know it, and people that sold it to her didn't know it. And the vet said it was just perfect timing that she was close to a vet hospital when it happened. She spent $1,500 on little Nakota, and but he's fine now, you know. But anybody else would have let him run around a day or two, and he'd have been sick and died, you know. But we don't have money like that to throw around. But also we take on that responsibility. So when we take on the responsibility that those puppies are ours, they're our babies. So we have to treat them the same. That's amazing, Uncle Lisa's Productions. We can't do that. I had some pretty rough bus drivers growing up. They never was able to do that. I have a rule on my bus. I have all my kids let me say 70% of my kids, if you seen them out, you wouldn't know they were special needs. But I know what their special needs is. And I know they are special needs kids and they need to be in the school that they're in. But if you seen them walking around Walmart, you'd think, well, they're not special needs. And that's good. But 70% of my kids, I have one or two kids that are disabled to a pretty big extent, you know. So, but why I said that was, I have a rule on my bus. If you get in trouble in school, you get in trouble on the bus. I don't want my teachers inside the center, or the teachers inside the center, hey, see you later, senior sister. Thanks for coming by. I don't want the kids inside the center saying that load of kids that Gary brings in, it just can't handle them. Because I've heard them talk about other buses. And so several years ago, I done the same rule with my bus kids as I do with my kids at home. If they get in trouble at school, they got in trouble at home. And that's the way we do. We make them sit by themselves. They're not allowed to interact. And it's the things that I can do that has a big impact on them. And it makes a big difference on the inside. And now the teachers know that they can use that to keep the kids to behave. And most of my kids are great, perfect, or they're all good. But occasionally they're just kids. And my kids, when they get on the bus in the evening, if they've gotten in trouble, I know it from the look on their face. Even though usually I know it before they get on the bus because the teachers have said, hey, so-and-so was a handful today. And so I'm not saying that bragging on me. I'm just saying I treat those kids as much as I can like they're my own kids. So we have fun, Roy. I tell you something I am not a proponent of. I am not a proponent of taking kids out of a classroom, putting them on a school bus, and telling them they can't talk all the way home or they have to be quiet. That is not the way I do it. They've been cooped up in that classroom all day. When they get on the bus, I want them to sit in their seat like they're supposed to. I don't want them screaming and yelling, but I want them having fun, interacting with each other, because that's their best friends. Most of my kids are in the same class and interact. I want them to have some fun time that 30 minutes they're on the bus on the way home, or 45, ever how long it takes. I'm not one of these, sit down, shut up, be quiet, I can't concentrate. If you can't concentrate with kids talking behind you, you don't need to be a bus driver. Because they've done been cooped up all day. They don't need to be cooped up another hour on the way home. Let off a little steam. I don't allow yelling and screaming. But we do have fun and cut up. And I play games with them, like we have trivia. Like cartoon trivia. I'll describe a cartoon and they'll yell out who it is. And we do that. And I have a bus aide on my bus. And so my bus aide interacts with them too. And so all of our special needs buses in DeKalb County, we have bus aides. So they have 2 adults with them at all times. So, and we interact with them, all of our kids. And we have Christmas parties on the bus. And we sing happy birthday when it's their birthday. And we just do good. But I love them, and they all love me. I'll be glad. I'll see some of them from the door. We're not allowed to go in or anything when we deliver this food. But I'll be able to wave at them, and that'll be good. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Usually, a lot of people say their teacher remembers them. Usually it's the bus driver that knows them the most, because the bus driver knows where they live. They know they've met their parents a lot more. They know what kind of living situation they live in. And usually a kid, it's been my experience, a kid will tell you tell a bus driver more than he'll tell a teacher or she'll tell a teacher. And we notice it more. A teacher has 30 or 40 kids, and usually bus drivers have a lot. But as far as special needs, I have 9. I hardly ever have 9 on the bus at the same time. But I get to know my kids, and that makes a big difference. I don't have so many that I can't keep up with them. Well, that's cool, Roy. Your bus driver watches your YouTube. That's pretty cool. That is really cool. So, any of y'all got anything else? We'll go 6 more minutes. That'll give us an even 2 hours. And so we'll knock it off unless y'all come up with something big to talk about. We about wore out this day. Yeah, it's lunchtime. Sure is. I need another cup of coffee. Let's see here. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. I'm just scrolling back through the chat. If y'all need to tell me something, tag me in it so I'll see it. There's New Horizons. Hey, New Horizons. We're going to stay in here about 5 more minutes. We've been on about 2 hours. What are you up to? Breakfast time. Roy and Becky and them said breakfast time. You having pancakes, Roy? With maple syrup? We've been talking about that, New Horizons. I heard about that last night, and I mentioned it to the group this morning. And Bob Blueway was in here earlier, and he said he hadn't heard anything. They were waiting on test results. So, have you heard anything any different? She's talking about Nomadic Hippie, if y'all didn't catch her chat. Yeah, we can't talk about her now. She's in here. Okay, I'll tell Beyond Beauty. We were just talking about Nomadic Hippie is quarantined. He had symptoms, and they've got him quarantined. I think he's been tested, but they're waiting on the test result. Also, guys, I don't know if she's still in here, but we need to be praying for burning up the roads. She lost her dad a couple of days ago. So a couple family members right there. Okay. I got it. I missed that. Okay, thanks, Uncle Lisa Production. Well, we'll wait and see what Beyond Beauty finds out. We might get an update. Oh, wow. I thought he was quarantined. Okay. His truck is in quarantine only. He can use it. Yeah, I don't know how all that works, but still it's a scary situation. We don't want nobody getting that. His semi and company car is quarantined. You would think quarantine means it has to be sitting in a lot somewhere, but you're welcome burning up the roads. Yeah, I think me and Roy's on the same page. You'd think that that rig would have been put in a locked gate and sprayed down. I don't understand all this. He had a load on the truck. Yeah, I agree with you, Roy. He had a load on the truck. Well, he might not have had any interaction with the load on the truck, because a lot of times they just pick up a trailer and go. Hey, Over the Hill RV. Good to have you guys in here. Yeah, a lot of times, for those that don't know, well, I think the difference there, New Horizon, is Nomadic Hippie is like most truck drivers. They back their truck under a trailer and never have anything to do with the load itself. So the load is probably okay. He'll probably pull to wherever he's going and unhook it and leave it. And so I wouldn't think that the load itself would be contaminated. I think the inside of that cab would be contaminated. So, and I may be wrong. They may quarantine that whole load if his tests come back positive. So, I don't know. Well, you're right, Roy. Never thought about it that way. Yeah, truck drivers usually never touch the loads. They usually back under a trailer. The trailers all have numbers, and so they'll send Nomadic Hippie, say, to a Walmart distribution center. I'm just using this as an example. I don't think he pulled for Walmart. Anyway, they'll go to this. They'll check in at the guard station, and they'll show them papers, and on their papers it'll have a trailer number, and they'll pull down out of that trailer number, and they'll back under it, hook to it, pull back out the gate. The gate will inspect that. The gate will inspect that he got the right trailer for what he's supposed to be getting, and he'll take off. About the most he'll do would be to check the back to make sure it's locked, and a lot of them will have them safety tags in them to make sure nobody's tampered with the load. Yeah, that could be the case, New Horizons, because Nomadic Hippie's been running a lot of runs. I mean, a lot of runs. Yep. Yeah, it's a touchy situation. I don't know. I'm sure somebody knows more about it than I do, but I'm like Roy and y'all. I would have sort of thought that it would have been, you know, contained somewhere on the yard. Lord. Oh, Lord. His Lamont breathing. Nomadic hippie having fun with it, ain't he? Hey, that's a good attitude. I mean, what can you do, you know? You're right, Roy. You're right. If the guy that spotted that trailer, handled that trailer, yeah, and that depends on how they do. Some of these new modern lots, I think they have fifth wheel lifts, and they leave the landing gear down, and they pick the front of that up with the truck, and they don't even have to get out. But most places do it like what you're talking about. But still, I guess there's a lot of details there we don't know. But I think I know Nomadic Hippie well enough to know that he wouldn't put nobody in jeopardy. I don't think. Oh, I know he wouldn't intentionally. So maybe everything's going to be good. Alright, guys. It's lunchtime. It's time for my second cup of coffee. Oh, you're right. You got to get out and hook up the airline. Yep, you're right. Yep. Yep, I understand. Alright, guys. Well, thanks for coming by. Don't forget, tonight at 9:30 is the Video Raid Live. We got a whole lineup, but we are on at 9:30 to 11 Eastern Time. We're going to have the world record holding disc golf champion RV on the Wayside going to be with us, and maybe we'll get an update on their rig. We're going to have Older and Wiser. They got a new video out about things to do at home and how they've allowed their kid to bend the rules. That's a great video. And we're also going to get to meet one of our new families, Uncompassed Life. They're going to be with us. They're a great family. I've got to talk to them some. And they're going to be good and awesome. They're going to be a great addition. They done been out socializing with everybody. And so I know they're going to be great team players. So, alright, you guys have a good day. If you ever need me, email me and I get it on my phone. I will see what I can do to help you out. Love you guys. Have a good day. Thanks for coming.